Human behavior. This chapter provides a personality profile system that will give you a general description of the different styles of behavior that are dominant in most people. It is a simple-to-remember system, one that you can use as a starting point to help you achieve a better understanding of the different types of people you deal with on a day-to-day basis. Best of all, once you have seen how the system is laid out, we will correlate it with the 4 cornerstones of human interaction and the platform of compassion you have just built in the previous chapters. This will complete the structure and format of the Stay Calm method. As with most personality profile systems, there will be many similarities to other systems you might have seen. Feel free to blend what you already know into this system. The real advantage of the Stay Calm profile is that it is very easy to recall, even under pressure. This is the moment when you really need to understand the person or people you are dealing with, so you will be better able to connect and empathize with others to achieve a state of neutrality. You may want to have some note paper available for this section, as there will be several opportunities for self-evaluation and reflection. Draw a box and divide that box into 4 equal quadrants. In the upper left-hand quadrant, draw a pyramid shape. In the upper right-hand quadrant, draw a square. In the lower left-hand quadrant, draw a squiggly vertical line. And in the lower right-hand quadrant, draw a circle. Look at these shapes, and within a period of less than 7 seconds, select a shape that you feel best represents you. Go. Here are the names and general behaviors of these 4 shapes. The pyramid is called the controller. These are goal-oriented people who are often in positions of authority, executives, presidents, directors, etc. They have charisma and power. They have a strong need to be the final decision maker. Relate your communication to their goals for best results. In the upper right-hand quadrant, the square is called the analyst. These are data-driven people who are often in positions of research and design, engineers, IT staff, scientists, etc. They're introverted and shy. They have a strong need not to be wrong. Give them data with deadlines for decisions for best results. In the lower left-hand quadrant, the squiggly vertical line is called the promoter. These are life-is-a-party people who are often in positions related to sales and marketing. They are exuberant, outgoing, fun lovers. They have a strong need to be the center of attention, connect to and harness their creative energy for best results. And in the lower right-hand quadrant, the circle is called the supporter. These are the caregivers of the world, nurturing and helpful to a fault. They are likely to be in customer support, nursing, or running a non-profit organization. They have a strong need to be liked, be empathetic for best results. Now add 4 words to this box, this graphic. At the top, outside of the box, write the word formal. At the bottom, below the box, write informal. On the left side, write dominant, and on the right side, write easygoing. The formal, informal, and dominant, easygoing lines are axes that we will define to further clarify these different personality types. They describe a continuum that we are always moving through, not finite points by which to judge others. The formal dominant quadrant in the upper left-hand corner, the pyramid. This is the symbol of ultimate legacy. These are world changers who are most comfortable in a tailored business suit and sitting in an immaculate office. Controllers are not comfortable with time wasters such as listening to their significant other or just playing with the kids. What is our agenda and how will it help me with my goals? Is a phrase we hear most often from them. In the upper right-hand quadrant, the formal, easygoing. the analyst, the square. They may not have a strong sense of fashion, but if you need something edited, give it to a square. After all, what are the first 4 letters of analyst? Every detail, including ones that probably don't matter much, are noted and brought into conversations that can sometimes feel a little like entering a time warp. "I need more data before I can make a decision," is a common phrase we'll hear from our formal easygoing types. In the lower left-hand quadrant, our squiggly line dominant informal types, these promoters are outgoing and friendly, making conversation easy and laughter-filled. They will be the primary driver in any conversation, argument, relationship, or work-home environment. Positive or negative, it doesn't matter as long as they're getting the attention. And in the lower right-hand quadrant, the easygoing informal circles, X's are kisses and O's are hugs, right? These are the huggers, the good listeners, the supportive folks. Comfortable shoes, beds that go unmade, and slightly late tax returns all characterize circles, voted most likely to become a doormat if they don't learn to say no. These shapes and axes all relate to behavior styles. The shape and quadrant you selected may very well tell about some of your dominant behavior characteristics. Keep in mind this is not who you are, but simply how you behave. Most of us share traits with neighboring styles, rarely with diagonally opposed styles. Understanding these axes will make it easier for you to connect with others right where they are and not where you think they ought to be. Here's how the 4 behavioral styles line up with the 4 cornerstones. Cornerstone number 1, what everybody wants, goes in the upper left-hand quadrant. Cornerstone number 2, the internal dialogue, goes in the upper right-hand quadrant. Cornerstone number 3, the cosmic joke, goes to the lower left-hand quadrant. And cornerstone number 4, right to harm versus right to choose, in the lower right-hand quadrant. Next, I'll identify in an abbreviated fashion the top-level concerns you'll need to keep in mind when dealing with different styles under stress. Under cornerstone number 1, what everybody wants, to feel important and be understood. For the controller, recognizing their important contributions and understanding how critical their goals are is a top priority. Making sure this cornerstone is addressed when dealing with pyramid-style behaviors is strongly advised. Cornerstone number 2, the internal dialogue. It's okay to talk nice to yourself. For the analyst, the internal dialogue is extra powerful, and the fear of being wrong can make for an even more volatile condition. When dealing with a square style, try to smooth out all the hard edges and avoid judgments. Cornerstone number 3, the cosmic joke. What others think of me is none of my business. For the promoter, one reason for the sometimes outlandish behavior is to cover up the overwhelming fear of what others are thinking of them. Put squiggly liners at ease by letting them know that they are okay just as they are. And cornerstone number 4, right to harm versus right to choose. You must choose. For the supporter, this choice is easy when things are going well. If you wind up on the bad side of a supporter, though, they can be cutting with their remarks. Dealing with upset circle styles means you may be the one to choose. Tenkan, the art of turning and seeing things from our opponent's point of view, is enhanced by understanding the 4 behavioral styles and how they relate to the 4 cornerstones of human interaction. This is pure strategy, and spending time studying these scenarios will make the method that much easier to use when you are faced with an attack from one of the diagonally opposed behavior styles. Controllers can bring calm back to a conflict situation with supporters by turning and making a sincere effort to understand what their internal dialogue sounds like. Listening without criticizing will make the supporter feel liked and stabilize the event. Controllers, attacked by supporters, using a tone of condescension, which can be devastating, turn and look at the cosmic joke with the controller and let them know you do care about their goals. They may be thinking you were being selfish and not thinking of them. Do not hug them. Analysts, who instigate conflict do so from a place of stubborn inflexibility. For a promoter, this is foreign territory, since innovative solutions, based on limited data, are always at the ready. Dealing with this covert type of attack requires getting into the analyst's head and not making them wrong. Analysts who are attacked by promoters will be able to bring resolution to the matter when they are able to focus the promoter on what makes that person feel important, themselves, and strive to understand them without a trace of condemnation or a condescending tone. As a final note, it should be pointed out that many of us shift our behavior styles to match our environment, with one style dominant at work and another at home. We may even switch from one style to another to match with different types of people that we interface with every day. So these behavior styles are not who we are, but rather how we tend to behave based on circumstance and our own point of view. Ultimately, the apex of human behavior is to stand at the apex of the two axes without any attachment to our own dominant behavior style, and blend seamlessly with the behavior styles of those with whom we are communicating. By studying and becoming familiar with these personality characteristics and some typical conflict scenarios that occur between the different types, we are better prepared to deal with an attack. When we understand the behaviors of the personality types attacking us, we can use Tenkan more effectively to turn and really see the situation from our attacker's point of view. Laying the four cornerstones of human interaction over the personality styles quadrant gives us a broad view of human behavior that is simple to remember even under stress. Studying and becoming familiar with these tools will enable us to relate more effectively with a wider spectrum of people and stay calm when facing a verbal attack. Reflecting on human behavior. This chapter is an important one in that it provides a simple, easy-to-use template to quickly determine the dominant behavior style of another person, even under pressure. We identified these four personality types symbolized by a shape contained in four quadrants. Pyramid is the controller, world changers, strong charisma, and goal-oriented. Square is the analyst. Data managers, detail-focused, researchers who are slow to decide. Squiggly line is the promoter, the life of the party, creative energy, natural marketers. The circle is the supporter. Caregivers, friend to the world, great customer service, and everyone is a customer. Complementing this is a continuum between formal and informal behavior styles, as well as between dominant and easygoing styles. We explored the dynamic around conflict occurring between diagonally opposed personality types, and we looked at strategies for using the platform of compassion when dealing with attacks from those who have behavior styles opposed to our own. Finally, we discussed the fact that these styles are not who we are, but rather how we tend to behave.